Well, we are live on Channel 4. Don't say fuck or bugger.
Fuck all burger.
Does that mean we are
Wow.
actually the Robot Wars?
Fuck or
No,
bugger.
because Robot Wars is on BBC. If it was on
Yeah, I
Channel
suppose it
4,
was on
it would.
Channel 5 at some point, wasn't it?
I mean, I'll tell you right now,
So,
if it was on Channel 4, it would still be around.
yeah, fair.
Do you know why
It
the
just it
BBC.
sprang to my.
Well,
It
do you know
sprang
why the
to
BBC
mind
got rid of
when
it?
you.
To make room for some other bullshit.
No, I'm pretty sure I mentioned why ages ago.
Because
The BBC.
Craig Charles turned out to be a massive crackhead?
No, I mean the new season, because they did
Oh.
remake it.
Did they?
Yeah, it
Yeah.
had Dara O'Brien as the host.
Oh, okay.
I'll tell you right now, there's some fucking astounding robots that just. There's a bit where one of the spinners just literally launches its blade into the bulletproof glass, and it
What?
just embeds into it. And
That's
it's like,
terrifying.
yeah, we need to
Gone are the
replace
days
this.
of them just having
Hmm.
flippers.
Oh yeah. But the BBC, the reason they gave was that well, robots are destroying each other, and we don't want to set a bad lesson for people wanting to learn about AI and robotics.
Oh, go on, BBC.
Jesus.
We need more of your gladiator and battle bots, Jackie. You know, we'll do some deals. You know, you can give us battle bots, we can give you aluminium. What do you say?
You mean aluminum?
No, it's aluminium.
No, unfortunately,
No.
that's why we're currently in a tower.
I can get it. I can get into why it's aluminum and not aluminium and British media in general, but
Well,
we're
I'm
not
gonna-
get
I'm
into
gonna-
that.
Isn't it because aluminum sounded more futuristic?
Aluminum is what it was originally called. When the paper got to Britain, they didn't think it sounded like an element, so they changed it from the original paper to aluminium.
to be
So we made it better then. That's
exactly.
We
I
improved
don't
it.
know. I don't know if that's a game we want to play with the people who call
We
it a
made it
sidewalk.
better. Well, I mean, to be fair, there is a story about the Floridian education system. But speaking of
no.
English as well, I really don't understand why we decided to name a pineapple.
Because apple was a general name for any kind of fruit, and
Ah.
a pine.
It's spiky and it's a spiky
spiky.
apple.
Basically, if you came across a fruit you didn't you didn't know, you would call it an apple for whatever reason.
The vegetarian version of tastes like chicken.
Well, I mean,
Exactly.
it's also the plant version of everything reverts to crab. Everything eventually reverts to apple.
Exactly.
But yes, speaking of real or fake, so pineapple and just normal apple, is this a
0
real
out of
fake?
10 segue.
I'm gonna say
I've been looking at this for a while, and I cannot see this being anything other than fake.
Really interesting. What do you mean, Mike? It was a perfectly good segue. I only do the best segues. This has been well established and documented.
I'm gonna say apple.
Apple? Okay. Interesting. Fuzzy,
I
what do you
think this
think?
is spiky. I think this is spiky apple.
Oh, interesting. Real or fake, Fuzzy?
Real.
Real? Okay. Jackie, real or fake?
Real.
Mike, you're not very good at this, are you?
Okay, but every single set of those windows are completely different.
No,
The
they're
car
not.
does
Yeah.
not look real.
It's just stupid architecture where they're like, oh, we're gonna stick a Tudor bit on the end of it just to make it look whimsical.
Yeah, welcome
that's
to
not even the
Also,
bit
I
I'm
don't,
referring
I
to.
don't think that's a car. I think that's a van.
Yeah, welcome to Asia.
But nothing is the same. Everything I don't like.
So-
No,
this.
but if you
So-
look, it's all the same proportions. It's just that they've literally slapped a fucking like
But
half timbered
that's not
overlay
even-
on one end of it.
That's not the bit that I was even referring to. The bit I was referring to were all the windows in the other bit. The balconies, every single one of it looks different.
Welcome to Asia.
Yeah, Mike, welcome to Asia. Now,
It's not real.
it
Asia
is
is not
no,
real.
it is real. It is real. Unfortunately, Mike, it is real.
Until mid-April, and is it mid-April? I don't think it is. Until the part of Asia is unlocked in the Crusader Kings 3 map, it is not real.
I see. That's how it works. What's going to happen is we're going to have to go to like Google Maps and Street View and find these specific places. Mike will be like, it's Google, they're lying.
What's the game where you've got to find the place?
GeoGuessr.
Yeah, that's the one. Find me that fucking flat.
But yes, the first two stories, well, I'd say the first three stories are rough. Everything else is fine. Now, let's go to the 50s of America.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Or
So, like,
should I?
yesterday.
Or yes, in fact.
Ugh.
Now, Mike, everyone can read this in their own time, and then we'll move on. Sound good?
Okay.
Perfect.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Having fun?
No.
Now, if, hypothetically, you decided to vote for an orange creature, and then something happened that would have affected you or your family, would you
I
still
think I know
think
what
that
this is
was a
gonna be.
good? Would you still think that was a good idea?
Yes,
No.
because dumbasses.
Well, Trump voter says he doesn't regret his choice, despite his wife's ICE arrest.
Good lord.
Oh my god.
Now, let's go back to. Now let's merge those two stories, shall we?
Can we go back to the 1750s before America existed?
We will, don't worry, because how we're going to end this is what old people from hundreds of years ago thought the future would be like. And I'd like you to, between now and then, think of something fantastical that could, in theory, possibly happen in 100 years' time, but also is probably just as wild as what they thought. You know how, like, they're just like, oh yeah, people will just be flying
Flying
because they'll have
cars.
wings.
Yeah.
Like shit like that. Now, there is a new surgical treatment and medical treatment. What do people know about the chemical melanin?
It changed.
It's very important.
Hormone.
For skin, yes.
Melanin. Yeah,
yeah.
it's
Yeah,
it
it's
is.
skin,
determines
and
the-
It really helps with the not getting skin cancer.
yes,
Yeah.
it's also a lot more apparent in African Americans and people whose skin is black. And it can also change your skin color. And the reason I mention that is because this white woman, who identifies as black, plans to move to Africa. Now,
There are white people in Africa, right?
Tanning enthusiast. Tanning enthusiast.
yes,
Tanning
but
enthusiast.
Oh,
just
God.
so you know, she's also a surgery addict. Now,
Oh, God.
do you want to see a before and after?
Yeah,
Not
go
really.
on then.
Yeah.
Before?
She got a perm. I bet she's got a perm. She's. Oh my
Oh.
God, she's a fucking cartoon.
Jesus
That's
Christ.
that's I'm not gonna no.
She's actually a cartoon.
Yeah, her husband says that she may not do well in Africa.
Yeah, you think?
Yeah.
I feel like her husband could have just ended with she may not do well.
Unfortunately, she has been hit over the head with a hammer. Like, I have flu and I can have, like, more cognizant thoughts than she has.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
I'm just going to make myself into a racist caricature and then go to Africa. Woo!
oh god, honestly. Now, I didn't come up with this, but I thought it was really funny. So, what are some people calling a Tesla?
A swastika.
Swastika. I fucking
Love it.
love it.
Love Yes.
But obviously, people don't want to be associated with one or the other. So they're deciding to modify, shall we say, their Teslas.
Oh, I've seen this.
Yeah, they're disguising their Teslas as other cars.
What do you mean they don't want to be associated with one or the other? You
No.
mean you mean they're okay to be associated
they're-
with one, but it doesn't matter which one?
Oh,
So
well, we'll
what's
see too.
happening is they want to spend their money supporting an asshole, but they don't want their property to be vandalized.
They don't want the consequences.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
What about this Audi?
Yes,
Oh.
it's totally an Audi.
Ah, yes, the Rivian. Yeah, you remember all those square trucks?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's not good. But weirdly enough, surprisingly, that's not the only story about Teslas. Does anyone remember Looney Tunes?
Yes.
Yeah.
Now,
Mhm.
how
I love
does
I love this.
how does Roadrunner stop Wile E. Coyote when entering a tunnel?
Oh, is this about the Tesla that basically is this about Teslas again?
Yes.
Mhm.
I watched that video. I know what this is about.
Do you want
it's
to
the wall
mention the
painted like a
story?
road. It's the wall
Yes.
painted like a road.
Yes, it is. Yes, they have failed the Wile E. Coyote test.
It's not only failed the Wile E. Coyote test. It's failed the it's a bit
Yes.
foggy test.
Yes,
They failed.
as
They
you can
failed
see.
everything. Yeah, fog,
It's a bit
rain.
foggy and rain.
Because of course Tesla just uses cameras, not lidar.
Yeah. Yeah, so people are like, oh, well, clearly it's not a, level 5 autonomy at all, since it's getting Wile E. Coyote. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if it hit the wall and then, like, a mini Elon popped up with a sign saying, uh-oh. Now, over in America, maybe guns are getting a bit scarce. So, Jackie, how would you rob a store? You and 3 other people, by the way. You do not have guns. You do not have a traditional weapon.
Hand in the pocket job for me.
Hand in the pocket,
Oh.
or like throwing like a towel or something over your hand and pretending you have a gun.
Ooh, that's a very good one. What about you, Fuzzy? What do you think?
Yeah, probably hand in the pocket.
Although whenever I talk, I have a gun.
Ah, yes. That is true, yes. Well, I mean, the resident American has to have one. It is your God-given right. But the answer is snakes. Pythons, specifically.
You know what? That is fair.
Are you suggesting that 4 people robbing a Tennessee...
I mean, I'd be
Convenience
there
store.
going,
It happened in
"Ooh,
Tennessee too. That
yeah, I'd be there going, ooh, free snakes, thanks.
Yeah,
It's like, oh, look at them, they're so cute.
yeah, pythons in each hand.
this does bring up something that I was talking to a friend of mine about. It's
have a
specifically about Spider-Man.
Okay.
How more effective do you think Spider-Man would be as a superhero if he shot spiders instead of web?
I mean, probably very effective, especially if any of them don't like spiders.
I feel like he'd be a villain rather than a hero at that point. No, that's villain powers. That is. I have questions. So, what were they just going? Ooh, these snakes will bite you. They're venomous or something. Were they just relying on ignorance?
They were just like they were holding 2 ball pythons.
Right.
I mean, honestly,
they-
if someone was dual wielding snakes, I'd be pretty fucking put out.
I mean,
Look at this.
honestly, I'm just
what?
Well, just watch the guy with the snake. Just like, ooh. Look at this snake.
I mean,
I'm robbing you. He just looks like he's taking a selfie.
yeah. Like, I feel sorry for the snake.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Or
It's just
or maybe
minding
they
its
were-
business.
Were they distracting him?
Second snake. No,
Don't-
they're
I
not.
don't
I
They
think
threat.
they were
No.
legitimately trying to
They were
threaten
threatening
it with
him.
a snake, and he
Yeah,
wasn't having it.
I mean, to be fair, the authorities said they took $400 worth of CBD oil and left in a
So-
small grey sedan.
So it might well be that they were distracting him then while they grabbed the CBD oil.
I mean, possibly, but
Yeah.
yeah, snakes. That's how you rob
Right.
people now. Go, you know your economy's fucked if snakes are what you're using instead of guns.
I mean, a ball python is way less fucking dangerous than a gun, so you know.
Oh, no, yeah.
I'll take it.
Yeah,
I mean,
but
I got
probably
robbed
also
when
more
when I worked
expensive.
in a petrol station. We got worked by a man. Oh, we got robbed. Sorry, by a man wielding a wooden mallet.
I thought you were gonna say. I was wielding a cobra.
A wooden snake. No, he just had a wooden mallet. He was just like, I've got a hammer. Give me the money in the till. I mean, the man just looks at you like, what? And he's like, look, he's one of those, like, you know, those shit wooden mallets that are just like,
Yeah.
you used, yeah, just hammering 10 pegs, and we're just there like, really? And he's like, yeah, give me the money. And we were just like, no. And he just left, and we were just like,
Yeah. Some
we
people
put
are just like,
police off? Yeah.
nah, just go home, dude.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just go.
The best bit, though, the best bit, because he got obviously arrested for it and yada yada, his name on the court documents was Augustus Samuel Phantom.
That's an amazing name. He sounds like a
I
race car
know.
driver in F-Zero.
He was, he was honestly the least threatening person I've ever met. I think he was just having a really bad time of it.
Oh, well, I mean, hopefully he got the help he
Bless him.
needs. Bless him.
Yeah, hopefully.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was just very awkward. It was the most
Yeah,
awkward robbery.
I can imagine.
Yeah.
Now,
Of course, I still went, "Ooh, I'm really shaken up. Can I have the rest of the day off?" 'Cause, you know.
oh, that I mean, yeah, I mean, you'd need it. You'd need it. What if you went home and then you saw another bit of wood, like a wooden table, like you're like, no, I can't. Need the week off now.
Get a mallet the same way again.
Now, over in Florida, what are the 2 courses that, according to the state, you no longer need to pass to graduate?
Oh god, it's gonna be like fucking something life studies or fucking something like that.
A very early grade that is way too early to be realistic.
Well, one, I'll tell you right now, is something that it's more like
Gender
for
studies
us.
or something?
For us, I'll tell you right now, it's like a subcategory of one of the main ones.
Religious studies.
It's a subcategory of math.
Algebra.
Yeah, algebra.
I mean, that's fair.
That's fair. Yes. Now
Yeah.
that I'd be like, okay, yes. I don't think I'd use algebra a great deal. So I'd say that's fair. Now, Jackie, what language are you speaking?
Oh shit! Really?
If you
I
do
think-
you want to say American? Because then you've already passed.
Yeah.
Well, if it's American, that's good because you just don't need to pass English.
There's there's English and batter English, and I speak the worst one.
Yeah, Florida bill proposes removal of algebra and English exams for graduation. Why would you need those? I mean,
Again-
algebra, yes, I understand. Algebra, I can
Yeah.
understand.
How do
Unless
you feel
you're-
about your new national language being American?
I don't like it. Can we all just speak Spanish?
Well, eventually, what's going to happen is like you're going to be like the Smurfs, and you're just going to replace every other word with gun. This
Well,
is such
gun
a
me
gun.
with a gun.
What would you like to eat? Can I get a large gun with extra
I mean-
guns, please?
A nice packet of gunny bears.
Gunny bears. Oh my god.
It's like gummy bears, but they're all holding like Uzis and things.
Honestly, I'll tell you right now, if that isn't a thing in America, Jackie, you need to sell that to Republicans. Like, toot sweet.
Oh yeah,
You will make
make a
absolute
million.
bank.
I think I just found my first million.
Yeah.
I would take 10%.
Fair.
Unfortunately, Mike, we will be tariffed at 25%.
So you owe me money.
Yeah, that's how it works.
That's how tariffs work, right?
Now,
At least people seem to think that's how that
oh,
works.
I know.
Uh,
But yes, now, how do you think a man escaped his stepmother for 20 years? Like, after a 20-year stint of being contained, how has this person escaped her?
The 102nd Dalmatian.
Set fire to the house?
Yes.
Haha, I think I read this
Yeah.
one too.
Yeah. Man used printer paper and a hand sanitizer to escape his 20 years of captivity by his stepmother.
damn.
He set the
Good on
fire. He set the fire himself. He claimed he did. He fully admitted it. He was given two sandwiches a day and a tiny bit of water for 20 years.
Jesus. I don't blame him.
Yeah, egg sandwich or tuna and mayo. Those are your choices. But yeah, like, luckily he's free. Now,
That was good.
I'm going to tell you this story, and I want you to tell me how he did it. Man accidentally shot himself in the foot while attempting to kill a cockroach.
He was trying to shoot the cockroach, wasn't he?
How?
No,
Did the trigger get stuck in his dog's mouth?
if
No.
I had to guess, he was probably holding the gun by the barrel and trying to hit it with the stock of it.
No, but that is a very good guess. It's even weirder. So the answer is this. He took off his shoe and threw it at the bug to kill it. But a revolver revolver he had hidden in the shoe. This was your surprise shoe gun. Do you not know?
Surprise gun.
Yeah, do you not have a surprise shoe gun?
Now,
I can't say that I do.
In fairness, it kind of makes sense if you think he's in a wheelchair, so he doesn't need to, like, I'm assuming he doesn't need to walk around. So nobody's going to think to look in your shoes for a gun if you're in a wheelchair, right?
Yes, but I mean, also maybe don't hide a live gun in your shoe.
Oh, yeah, it's fucking dumb. But
Yeah,
don't worry about it.
he yeeted the shoe with the revolver in it, and then
went
he
off.
shot himself in the foot. It's nice that the shoe was kind of like a boomerang. It's just it came back to him just via bullet.
That's fucking hilarious.
Oh, honestly, I don't think I could have. I don't think that broke my mind. Honestly.
Also,
Yeah.
it probably wasn't that kind of cockroach because that's a tropical cockroach, and it's usually German cockroaches that infest houses.
Yeah, it wasn't that one. This is just generic
Bugnut.
stock. It's the stock image. Oh,
It's a
honestly,
cockroach.
yeah, it's a sockroach. You and April would get on like a house on fire. You'd be like, "Ah, yes,
Screams
it's
and
done."
people running for safety.
Indeed. But
Hey, little man, what are you doing?
Mike, what are you
Sorry.
doing?
Talking to a cat.
It's not
No,
me.
no, it's the cat. It's the smaller cat. He is.
The
snuggled
the
up on my
larger
lap.
of the two was screaming at me because I was not giving him attention and putting a pillow inside a pillowcase.
Yeah, Shiloh does that. Now, Mike, you know history.
Yes, I did experience some of it.
What did the French give the Americans after the
Statue of
Revolution?
Liberty?
Freedom.
Yes, the Statue of Liberty. And
Damn,
now,
I'm on a roll.
what?
You're not meant to answer it correctly.
No, I mean, if you answer it correctly, you get more points. But the points do matter in weird
Wait.
news.
Are we scoring points now?
We've
yeah,
always
we-
always been scoring points. Deep
Who's
down.
winning?
Oh, Fuzzy.
It's a bit
Fuzzy,
like
definitely.
it's a bit like it's a bit like Q. It's a bit like QI.
Yes,
Actually,
it
the
is.
wrong answer is the better one.
Yes. But yes, speaking of the Statue of Liberty, France wants it back.
Don't they want it back? Yeah.
Yeah, they do. Just like, look, America, you can't handle it anymore. We gave you it because you're all about freedom and liberty. just give us it back,
You,
please.
you have to get downgraded from liberty to fraternity.
Yeah.
Not even a fraternity anymore.
Just so you know, the Americans have responded to the French. They have said
Is it
that
like
they
shooting themselves in
won't
the
be
foot?
giving it back. I know. I don't believe it. Now, British Airways.
Oh boy.
Breasts and drugs.
A French town and a good time.
Yeah?
Somebody smuggling drugs in their breasts?
No, it's more the pilot doing something on someone's breasts.
Oh, snorting coke off somebody's tits?
Yep. British Airways pilot is back in the skies after snorting drugs off women's breasts. Before flight, by the way. This isn't just he did it for fun.
Okay.
Later.
How long before the flight?
Was he the pilot?
Yes, he was
Well, yes.
the pilot.
He might not have been.
He was the yes, he was the pilot.
Okay. What, the pilot in charge?
Yes, he wasn't the co-pilot. He was the pilot.
Oh, damn. Okay.
But yeah, it was just before the flight.
Yeah, nah, that's why the fuck is he back in the sky after that?
Weirdly enough,
What?
that's not the
Who's-
only breast
Who
story.
fucking hired him? No, okay, but I want to know,
British
did
Airways.
British Airways hired him back?
Yeah.
They probably just suspended him.
I mean, it says sacked.
Yeah, but I mean, he's brought back.
You're better.
Until I saw.
Look, just like the airplanes, he eventually had to come down.
Hey,
Now, Fuzzy, as woman,
Mhm.
this is one of those stories where I'll tell you right now, this article was made by
Not a woman?
a beauty magazine
Oh
specifically.
God, right? Okay.
So they are very biased, and they're also a magazine talking about plastic surgery, things like that.
Okay.
Now, what is keeping along the track of breasts? What is the new trend for 2025?
I don't know. Nipple tucks.
No, small perky breasts are among the biggest breast trends we'll see in 2025, according to plastic surgeons.
Are they just, is this like dentists that only recommend their own products?
Kind of, yeah. Like you can see that it's just like, yes, this guy. Weirdly enough, in this article, yeah, it's just from New Beauty.
It's right. It's
Yeah,
it's because people everybody's on Ozempic and losing weight, so
Yes, that
their
is
breasts
correct.
now look wrong on them. Yeah.
Yes, that is 100% correct. It's because Ozempic
But-
has hit the world by storm, so people are being like, oh well, I want everything to be perfectly
Sure.
balanced, as all things should be. I guess I don't know. I don't know how to word it.
Dr. Sanders says Dr. Sanders breast reductions are the best at the breast.
Oh, honestly. Now, speaking of breasts and ancient Egypt. Yeah, I can
My
do
time to shine?
Yeah, I can do segues. This pregnant ancient Egyptian mummy with cancer wasn't pregnant and didn't have cancer.
Okay.
Yeah,
Huh.
they decided, now bear with me, to do another CT scan, and they found out it was bullshit.
Sounds about right.
You would have thought they would have got that the first time, but yeah, that doesn't sell the museum tickets. Now, over in Russia, I was going to say the Soviet Union, but we're not there yet. How young is the youngest pensioner?
21?
You know what, Mike? You're not far off.
Is it going to be some army thing?
23, yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
at the age of 16, he joined Russia's Ministry of Eternal Affairs, and he's retired
yeah.
at 23.
Damn.
Now-
Nepotism.
Who is buying Pokemon Go and all your data?
Isn't it a Saudi Arabian company?
Yes, you are correct. It is.
Ooh.
They are buying Pokemon Go and all your location data, and that's not the only story about Pokemon Go, because Niantic is quietly using your actual movement data to train its AI map models.
Ah, of course they are.
I'm glad I don't.
These
play
two
Pokemon.
stories are completely unrelated, though, right?
They
Right.
are
Yeah,
completely
I-
unrated, yes.
Right.
I played Pokemon Go for a couple of weeks.
Yeah,
Feel
I
I
like,
played.
played-
no-
I played it for a few
Pokemon
weeks
Go.
before it came out.
Yeah.
I played Pokemon Go for the first 2 weeks, and then I dropped it and never picked it up again.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I was
I
still,
didn't-
I was
I
still
didn't
playing
live-
it years later.
Oh dear. I didn't live near any Pokestops really, so there was no point. I lived out in the middle of nowhere, and there was fuck all.
Yeah, no, I feel you. Like where I live, there was like a decent amount, but like
It was a
since
Poke Desert.
like where it is, it was also relatively quiet, so you got quite a lot of free stuff. But I was also just like,
Yeah.
I just don't care enough.
Mm.
Now,
Yeah, no, me neither.
but don't worry, Mike. If you know maybe Pokemon Go is not your thing, but don't worry. Do you have a PlayStation 5, Mike?
No, I do not.
Well, if you do, you can get their brand new PlayStation 5 game. Now, they've had such amazing titles as the worst game of 2019, which was The Life of Black Tiger, which was a mobile port. By the way, the mobile version of it was free, and Sony were charging $10.99 for the PlayStation 4 port. However, with PlayStation 5, you know, they've really upped their game. They're like, we know what people want. They want simulators. And how else to get their best simulator but OnlyFans simulator?
Huh.
Would you like to
Okay.
play OnlyFans model simulator?
No.
I can't.
It's a
see
no
that
from
video.
me, boys.
I mean, if I wanted to do OnlyFans, I'd just get a camera.
No. But Sony want you to give them money. It's the reverse
No,
OnlyFans,
no.
you see.
Yeah.
Yeah, so well, obviously, you know, this is how they think OnlyFans works. You give them money, and then they give you a terrible Japanese or German like simulator game.
Mm-hmm. I'd rather play. I mean, if I wanted to play some game, I'd play fucking Farm Simulator or something.
Yeah, at least with that, you'd have a like, it would be glitchy and buggy, but you know what you're getting into.
It's fine. It's fun.
Yeah, I mean, it is fun. Like it's one of those things you'd pick up and be like, okay, this is weird, wild and wacky. Now, why has a church shut down its daycare?
Somebody being a creep?
Did someone fall off a balcony?
It's not in Russia. It is in America.
Did someone fall off a balcony?
No, the priest wasn't a Russian agent. Now, obviously, toddlers, they cry. You know,
Mm-hmm.
wouldn't you like them to just go night-night for nap time?
Is somebody drugging the children?
Ah, yeah.
Look. Now, you know,
Was
there's
somebody drugging the children?
I'm just saying, there's the body of Christ, the blood of Christ, the Benadryl of Christ.
Oh my god! What?
No, it's
Where is this?
better than rum,
Yeah.
Yeah.
maybe.
Huh.
Jesus fuck though. What? Ugh.
What? Look, they wanted to, and I quote, give toddlers Benadryl to make them sleepy for nap time.
Like I can understand that, like, you know, getting them to shut the fuck up for a bit is like nice, but also you get paid to do that shit. Well, actually, do you? I'm assuming they got paid for it.
No.
And
Uh,
also-
usually,
So,
usually it's volunteer work.
yeah,
Uh,
usually it is. But
okay,
I don't
but
think
still,
you're
you're
being a
choosing to do it,
volunteer.
and therefore.
Yeah, I don't think being a volunteer gives you the right to drug a child.
Oh no! I'm just saying I can understand, like, I can understand the impulse because like
Yeah.
looking after people who are like super fucking noisy and hyperactive and things can be a giant pain in the ass. Ask me how I know, but like you
This
just
is
deal
not
with it
referring
because
to
you've
me.
You have cats.
no, I'm not. No, I'm a support worker. But like you choose to do it, so
Yeah.
you just suck it up, you know, and you
So
find ways.
you're saying they should have gone further with it and like let's go back to the 1800s and start giving them opium instead.
Ah, yes. We need to.
I
We need to. We need to do
I
church.
would have just.
We need to do church
Yeah, I would-
bloodletting.
Now, I'm not a childcare expert, but I would have maybe just accepted that sometimes toddlers don't want a nap, and you just got to fucking deal with it. Find them
Yeah.
something else to do.
Mm.
Now,
Also, how long is your church service that you need a nap time in the middle of it?
I mean,
think
it's
that's also
probably-
a problem.
It's probably like a daycare for working
yeah,
parents in
it's,
the church.
yeah, it is.
Well,
It's
yeah,
really-
that's fair.
Yeah.
Oh
Now,
my god, the cat crop dusted me. Oh
Who-
no.
oh God. Who is the fighter of the priest man?
How can somebody be so stinky and so small?
Is it Van Helsing?
No. Think about what other people live in a church.
Dead
Fighter
people.
of the priest man?
Yeah, who fights the priest man? The essentially
Is it-
female priest.
The
I
nun?
almost said something.
Yes,
I'm not
That's
going
right.
to.
It's Nun Man. Fighter of the priest
Jesus.
man.
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah, this is Nun Man. The incredible story of a man who lived as a nun for 22 years.
Huh.
No one suspected anything.
Interesting.
Yeah. Why not?
Oh, my goodness. Okay, he had what, a micro penis? Bless him.
Huh.
Yeah.
Go off, Queen.
Yeah, Nun Man.
Yeah.
Now, has anyone ever taught any of you to ride a bike?
Yes.
Yes.
No.
No? Well,
No.
Mike, whatever you do, don't ride a bike when there are pensioners around.
Oh
Noted.
no. Oh no.
Because a man has been charged with manslaughter after son bumps into a pensioner while learning to ride a bike.
Jesus Christ.
So the lady fell down after getting hit by the 5-year-old, and she was just like, "It's fine, don't worry." But the dad came over and was like, "No, we're taking you to a hospital. I do not care." And she was like, "It's fine, honestly, don't worry about it." And unfortunately, yeah, he's now facing manslaughter.
Nah.
Oh god, I just felt the cat vibrate. Oh no.
Huh.
It's also learning to ride a bike.
Yeah, I'd
No.
like that's just an accident.
Yeah, it
Like,
was. But let's get to the next stories. This is the world's
Yeah.
smallest international bridge of 19 feet long.
That's adorable.
It is
It
adorable.
is so cute.
I know it's an international bridge. I'd love it if there was like some just a random god there. Just like, you know, this fucking Swiss god in the Vatican City.
Oh my god, he fired again. Please save me.
God damn it, Mike. You really need to stop.
Burping the cat.
You
after
can
meal
put him
time.
down.
I can't. He's asleep and he just looks so cute.
Then he's one fart away from just shitting on you.
Yeah, that's very true. Now, I would like to ask you if you would try fox
I'll
or
take it, okay.
raccoon meat.
I would probably if
Raccoon.
presented to me, I would probably try anything once.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I'd
I
be
would
down for
probably
it.
not eat fox because, like,
Vermin.
They're
I mean,
not
so's a
vermin,
raccoon,
but
really.
they
They
are.
are.
I mean, I know that people have eaten raccoon. Like people used to hunt raccoons, right?
Yeah. I mean, people used to hunt
Um,
foxes.
Yeah, but they didn't. That wasn't for. That was more for fur than meat. I feel like raccoon is possibly a slightly more viable meat than fox.
Well, would you say that fox or raccoon meat is beef?
No.
Yeah, we've got
No.
No, but it's also not
we've got a
horse.
Tesco situation here.
Oh, no.
Because over in China, fox and raccoon meat is being sold as beef, mutton, or rabbit to restaurants.
I mean, rabbit you could probably get away with, but I mean, I feel like
I don't think I'm gonna
I
really
mean-
like get a fox and be like, "Yep, that's a steak." Now, from meat to garbage. This is just the world's highest garbage mountain.
Garbage Mountain.
Garbage mountain.
oh my fuck.
Yeah, looking at it from a distance, it's insane.
So
But-
at some point there's going to be a garbage slide, right?
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, it might be designed by this next person, because before we end on what the future may hold, or what people believe the future may hold, I thought we'd look at this person, because he thinks his furniture may have hampered his career. So he's an artist. He makes fetish furniture.
Okay.
He believes it may have hampered his career.
You think?
Well, I mean, that's just a table. You know, you can invite people around for drinks, right? You can get that at IKEA.
That's
Body armor.
I mean, that's just actually Kate Moss.
Yeah. Weirdly enough, my guy, I don't think your stuff's gonna sell in IKEA.
Yeah.
Now, the first lot of things from the future were people from 1900 thinking what the year 2000 would be like.
Absolutely flying cars and,
Were first
I don't
flying
know.
people.
oh shit, yeah.
Flying.
I love to do
Surprised
things.
I mean,
I'm surprised the
that top
merfolk
one
were
is a-
allowed out.
Yeah.
That top one is definitely a flying car. I'm sorry.
Well, it looks like a flying surfboard.
Yeah,
I fucking love this dude. He's got the fucking swagger to smoke a cigar. Well, just be like, yep, yep.
Uh-huh.
He looks like he's trying to like catcall this lady.
Hey, baby, come here often. She's just like, oh, for fuck's sake.
Oh god, it's fucking hands. Now, how about movable sidewalks?
Ah, yes, of course.
Yes.
Or if you couldn't be asked to move the sidewalk, what
Movable
if you wanted
buildings.
to move the street? Of course, they would be carried by train, so you'd kind of know where the street was going, at least.
Tiny kitten dreams.
Then we've got a live audio-visual broadcast of the theatre.
Haha.
So even if you weren't in the theatre, you could see it at home, like some sort of, I don't know, televised vision of some sort.
Vision.
Yeah, something
Wow.
like that. Yeah. Then obviously the weather control machines,
Of course, of course.
just in case you wanted to fire Big Bertha from the 1900s. Oh, this one, honestly, this is the most Mad Max shit I've seen. The hybrid ship.
The boat train. The brain, the
Well,
trote,
it's
the
called the
trote.
rail. It's called the rail ship. I love that
It's the
it looks
trote.
like the fucking mast is on fire.
Kind of does.
We kind of have those. They're not trains, though.
Hovercrafts?
I mean,
amphibious vehicles. Yeah.
yeah, amphibious vehicles.
I'm on a boat.
Well, these are tourist submarines, so obviously you'd get your.
I mean, we
you'd
tried
get-
tourist submarines. It didn't go well. I'm going to say it
Yeah.
didn't go well.
It didn't
I
go
mean,
well.
obviously
The
the people
Titanic
here.
wasn't a submarine.
Wait,
yeah,
what?
but here's the thing: Ocean Gate was.
Nah, that's
Yeah.
true.
Anyway.
I don't even think they could class it as a submarine. It's just a mess.
Mm.
Oh yeah, no.
I mean, it was
Um,
a submarine. Now it's just a bunch of glass fiber shards.
Yeah,
No,
that's
it's
very
Tin
true.
Can.
Well, these people were probably safer in the greenhouse.
Yeah.
I like this dude in the back who isn't part of it, but he's in like a cycling gazebo.
That's
There's
the
this-
world's most flamboyant skipping rope.
Yeah, there's the cycling gazebo, and then there's this fella reading a newspaper on a seat with what looks like a wheel.
It's a paddle chair, obviously.
Now, obviously, what do you think the next thing looks like just from the top bit?
Is it an undersea city? Or is it a glassed-in
no.
city?
Yes,
Glassed-in
it's
city.
weatherproof city roofing.
Alrighty then.
Now, we've got an umbrella, but what if city umbrella? Huh?
City umbrella, because the city doesn't need water at all.
No. That's where these fountains come in.
Yeah, totally.
It's nice that in the year 2000 we'd still be using trams and horses.
Yeah.
Obviously, personal airships. Hello there, friend. Don't worry.
Oh, Toodle Pip. That does not obey the laws of physics because that tiny
What,
balloon would not carry 4 fucking people in a gondola.
What?
Yeah,
I mean,
it's the
is it a
future.
gondola? It looks like they're sitting in a picnic basket.
I mean, that's what a gondola is essentially a basket. Is
Ah,
it
no,
not?
I guess that's fair.
It is a really big picnic basket.
Well, don't worry. We've got tourism to the North Pole.
I mean, you can literally go on fucking cruises to the North Pole.
Yeah, but now you
Yeah.
can go on personalized airship, and everyone
Oh,
look at
yes.
how happy everyone is to see you.
Oh, look, there's ice there. Wow. Holy shit.
Let's see. Get my dirigible ready.
The X-ray surveillance device.
Oh, yeah, just give them all cancer is great.
What I love
Yeah,
that the
no,
X-ray
no.
surveillance device, the fact that it also does require a person with a gun standing behind the wall. I love
Okay,
how
but
it's
what's he gonna do? Like, he's behind the wall with a gun. How's he gonna fucking shoot anybody?
I love that it's like Poirot with a fez. just like chilling, just like, oh god, just wait. That like I'll
Straight
just
up.
wait. As soon as
Yeah.
they break through there and have committed the crime, I'm gonna walk out and I'm gonna.
No. What he's doing is he's going, oh yeah, you fuckers, yeah. You can rob me now, but 10 to 15 years, you're all gonna get fucking leukemia.
Yeah, the slow burn.
Jesus.
Finally, strolling on a lake with the aid of balloons.
Balloon.
I'll tell you right now, my guy. Don't know what that fucking cane is doing for you.
I love the paddle penny farthing. That's just amazing.
Yeah, I also feel sorry for the child who was getting just caught up in the the paddle
Yeah,
penny
that-
farthing.
Like it's fine while he's just not going anywhere, but as soon as that guy takes off, like everybody behind him's getting fucking drenched.
It's also nice that the horse is also adopted to the balloon.
That makes no sense at all.
Now, I have my idea for what I think, seems fantastical. Like, these are fantastical. Like, logically, for example, this is just a TV. It's just with their technology and their ideas, but while also making it seemingly technologically possible. So, my idea is superpowers. Now, the amount of people who, the amount of culture we've had in regards to superheroes and stuff, and also with AI and genetics, in 100 years' time, I could see, people from 100 years ago being like, yeah, superpowers could logically be a thing. Does anyone else have any?
I have one that is kind of a thing, but I would love to see it like, and the thought of it is very fantastical. But I'd love to see it on a larger scale. That would be like 3D printed organs.
Ooh, that would be
Yeah.
interesting. Yeah, I could see that.
Like it is done at a very, very small scale now, but like
Yeah.
seeing
Yeah,
where
but-
that goes to.
Yeah, but we're imagining like 100 years in the future. This would be wild. That's fantastical, but also scientifically, in theory,
I
could be
reckon.
done.
Yeah.
I reckon in 100 years they might actually get cold fusion working.
God, yeah.
And for that 100 years, they're going to be going cold fusion in 30 years, cold fusion in 15 years, cold fusion in 15 years, because like it's always 10 to 15 years away.
The Prime Minister of the UK, eventually, we're finally cleaning up the lakes and seas in the next 100 years.
Mhm.
Garrus is shouting again.
What about you, Mike?
Sure.
Do you have one?
Oh, Gandalf, big stretch. Sorry.
Mike?
AI sports.
Yeah. I mean, like, what, like holograms and stuff?
Yeah, like rather than it being like, you know, your virtually fucking simulated or something, like a cartoon game program essentially, but like actual like, yeah, holographic sports maybe played in like
Actually, that made us think. You know, like let's say like people in 100 years are like, God, Cristiano Ronaldo was like amazing at the sports. I'd love to see
and
him
then they'll
fight.
have a Cristiano Ronaldo.
Yeah, I'd love to
like-
see like him at his peak versus Mike Aruba, the 2090 football player.
Yeah, like, but yeah, something like that.
I mean, we kind of have something similar to that. I don't know if you fuck, what was I gonna say? I don't know if you've heard of avatars.
Yes, I've seen them.
Okay, that's fair. I know we do that with musicians.
Yes.
but,
Oh my God. Yes, we definitely do that with musicians. Much to people's chagrin. They also tried to do it with George Carlin and do a comedy special, and people like no.
Yeah. No.
The next thing are 1930s to like 1970s. So this is retrofuturism.
Mm-hmm. That
So-
is just space time.
Yes. Yeah. That's just what people believed in the 1930s. That's just, you know, you've just got a mobile phone.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like,
what
along
about
these sort of veins of things,
Sat
like
nav.
along this sort of vein of, oh my God, it's just a map.
I
Along
love
this sort of vein, it's like, you know, watching like Star Trek from like the really early ones, or like Space 1999 and that sort of shit, and like seeing what they thought that futuristic travel would be like, and going, it's just a wall.
Yeah. Like
I love
honestly, like
retrofuturism.
I'm really looking forward to seeing, because like most of the stuff is often inspired by, you know, stuff that is technologically there in people's like mental zeitgeist, but also any kind of like fantastical stories and like things about fantasy and science and various things. So now, like, the idea of superheroes seems completely illogical and stupid. But if you think about like genetics, and then you think about the culture about how many bloody Marvel movies there are, for example, people would probably be like, yeah, there's definitely going to be superheroes in 100 years. Like, it's that kind of weird fantasticalness that I really like about like all these weird things. I love that this is like, you know, those like things in the 90s, like the pictogram, like you go ka-chunk on the side and it switches the reel over.
Yeah.
Then of course we've got the 1940s food delivery.
Huh.
Somebody
just a-
say date.
Kind of, yeah. But like it comes with a
I mean-
full kitchen and 2 chefs.
That's just a food
Burger
truck.
van.
Yeah, it's a food
Yeah,
truck
it's literally just a food truck.
that does deliveries.
which
Yeah.
they most definitely had back in the day.
I was also trying to figure out where the fuck the back door was, unless they're just gonna go flying. But it looks like it's on the roof. It looks like it slides up.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Also, I like that this dog does not give a shit.
Hey, what you gonna do, buddy?
A dog doesn't really look like a dog. It looks like a Lego representation of a dog.
I'm
That's
just going to
true.
put this out there. Is this real or fake?
What do you mean? Of course it's real. Doesn't every American household have iced tea ready for the futuristic delivery man?
A tall, refreshing glass of lemonade for the delivery driver.
Exactly. See? Ah, yes. Can it be done? Television newspaper.
CFAX.
I was about to say teletext.
Fucking CFAX.
Like, the fact that it's like, clearly they have television. Like, when this was created, clearly they have television, but the idea is like, television, paper.
They were already trying to outsource things to AI, even the newsreaders.
Yeah. Ah, yes. We've got self-driving cars of the 60s. You know, obviously you're driving down the three
Are they playing
three
fucking
lane.
Scrabble?
I don't
Oh,
know
no,
what they're fucking. I thought they were playing
Dominoes.
Dominoes.
No,
That's
it's Dominoes, yeah.
I don't know
Domino
where
who?
that fucking kid is gonna throw his paper airplane though. Fucking idiot.
No clue.
Stupid child. You can tell that this is definitely a vision of the future. Imagine a third lane for cars. No one has thought of this before.
Oh, of course not.
Oh god, I love how they're just like so chill. It's like just a massive circular sofa. Ah yes, ship's cat.
Space Cat.
Yep, space cat.
Space cat.
Space Cat.
Ah yes, and then phones of the future. We've got the past, the present, and the.
You know what? They
True.
honestly weren't even. They honestly weren't even that far off.
They weren't, but like everything is still connected via a wire. The future one is very strange, but I mean, essentially, it's just. I guess it is just like, you know, like because 70s mobiles would have been like that,
Yeah.
and this was made in the 50s. Well, that's from James Bond. Yes, this is just a pager.
Mm-hmm. Or again, just a phone or a smartwatch.
Yeah.
It's
The
just
19
a label maker watch.
Well, this is the 1970s futuristic concept for the jetliner air travel, or also
I'm
known
pretty
as
sure.
Air Force 2.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was a fucking level in Final Fantasy 12.
Honestly,
Well,
yeah. Also,
I
I love that. I know that I said Air Force 2, but I like that on the side it's Air Europe because they think that
Yeah,
Europe is
Air
going to
Europe.
fucking make this thing. Where the fuck is this gonna land?
That's a good question. The only feasible thing is like, is it also a boat?
No, that would
Then
make
maybe
sense.
it would be able to land.
Yeah, no, I mean it could be a boat.
Yeah.
'Cause
But
it
it
is
has
called-
wheels on the bottom of it. So I don't know about that.
I mean, it might also be a train for all we know. I mean, it's called a jetliner. Like,
Jesus Christ.
Like a
well,
cruise liner.
yeah. 1969, the Japanese School of the Future.
Hmm.
I don't know why robots are fucking beating them. Have you noticed that as well? Because this one's clearly just like, put your fucking hand down, and this one is like hung on the rafters and bonking the shit out of this child.
Be quiet.
Shut the fuck
Pinocchio
up.
Pinocchio at the back is being led to his seat.
Oh yeah. I love this, like, ha 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 ha. These kids are like, even this kid, he's happy about getting knocked the fuck out. This is the only kid who makes logical sense. He's like, what the actual fuck is going on?
Yeah, he's one of the
Yeah,
few that got
no.
it right.
Yep, VR made by NASA. Yes, I've seen this.
Mm-hmm.
But they definitely got that right.
What do you think? Look familiar?
That's
I don't know, but I feel like I'm about to put 10 cents in the jukebox.
Astrodroid.
Art Deco.
How NASA imagined life in space in the 1970s.
And now we know who had the idea for the Halo,
The Halo
rings.
rings, yeah. Exactly. What about 1914 and their idea of 1950s fashion?
I mean, well, everyone has dumb fucking stupid tattoos.
They do.
I guess I got that one right too, eh?
I love that they're just like, God, everyone was so stupid back in 1914, looking at the pictures of 1914 while they're there with a fucking tiny cane and long pipe. Obviously, we've got 1981, Suburbia. The idea is that there's nowhere to build houses and have gardens of your own. So what if we just built up?
This is the successor game to Fallout Shelter.
God, it is. Oh my God, it is. This is just like how the cyberpunk houses are made. Shopping from home. No, that would. Nah, that wouldn't.
Yeah.
TV shopping, madness. Never happened. I love that the mother is like doing this and shopping and buying stuff online while the children are outside in what looks like a Category 5 hurricane. Ah, yes, I'd love
If
this.
it was a Category 5 hurricane, that tree wouldn't be there.
I just love that. It's just like, ah, yes, I'd love this striped shirt. And they're just like, ah, yes, mother's at it again. Ah, the futuristic road trip.
Mother, please let us in.
The futuristic road trip where everyone is still watching Popeye and getting a haircut. Oh my God, fuck that noise.
Oh, he's put his head in the fucking Shino Bolo again.
It can't possibly be, but it looks like the
South Park.
boy, is watching South Park.
Yeah,
And the
like,
dog is just watching a bone.
and the cat. Yeah, the dog has
Oh my
headphones.
God, it really does look like South Park. What the fuck?
Yeah, the
cat
dog has headphones on. The cat is
And the
playing
cat's
with a
staring at
mouse.
wall.
No, it's a mouse. I thought it was just staring at
I
the wall.
see
There's a
it.
mouse there. Like, she's listening to music while playing a keyboard, but they're also cooking a pizza.
I don't think that's a real one. I think that's a modern thing.
I mean, yeah,
Yeah,
this is a
honestly-
futuristic road trip by Bryce McCall.
I think the most realistic one to any of this is probably the boy wearing the VR headset in the back seat.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Who's also got a curved monitor, like.
Yeah.
Like, there's
Yeah,
just
flat screen monitors? Nah.
watching football.
there's just so much shit going on. Like this person, they've got like 15 different screens. There's Casablanca up here.
he's gone.
There's Popeye. There's the news. There's stocks, I
Also,
guess.
Is that an iPod?
Yeah, it looks like an iPod.
It looks like an iPod.
And the fact that this is also going to be a screen just popping out.
Mhm.
Ah, yes, the car design for the future. This is Elon Musk's new design.
Oh yeah, totally.
This one I like. The Soviet vision of the future from 1930s.
Just really long cars and hovering trains.
Yeah, the magnetic train bullet.
Hmm.
You see, if we can shoot people, why not shoot train?
Yeah.
I like that their cars are
America or
also
Russia?
hot. I like that their cars are also hot dogs. Ah, yes, futuristic Netherlands.
Still doesn't have any hills.
No. Ah, Seiko smartwatch from 1984.
Oh, fair.
The 2020 Olympics, not 100% accurate, but from an Osborne book in
That didn't age well.
1979.
Joke's on you. Jokes on you. 1979 didn't even happen in 2020.
Yeah.
Ah, yes. Would you not like to do the lunar high
Also,
jump?
why is number 2 taking place on Deep Space Nine?
Oh, because these
I
are
don't
the
know.
Olympics Games. The torch running. It's happening on the moon. That's where the Olympic
I
Games are
really
happening.
like the
The
I really like the
torch
torch
landing.
runner. I really like the
torch
torch. He
landing.
looks like he's having a good time.
He's like, hey. Also, I love that the lunar high jump 14 meters up. I'm not sure. I'm assuming they're falling, but it also could easily be they launched themselves into space.
They're
That's not how
still
the moon
going.
works.
They
No,
might
that's
have.
not how
That's
the
the
moon
new-
works.
That's the newest world record.
Also, the gravity may be lower, but they still have like the same mass, so they would absolutely fucking break their legs on the way down.
Olympic Games. Great. I love it. These houses. I'm pretty
Those
sure
are
they
actually kinda
exist.
cool.
Yeah, I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure some of those
Yeah.
exist.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the 1960s and weird pod hat. The
Why is Wonder Woman and the guy from Captain Scarlet?
Clint Baker and the One-Eyed Monsters of Mars.
Spurt Hammond is what he does in his spare time.
Ew, gross.
Spurt Hammond, Planet Flyer, Women Warriors of the Moon.
Ah, yes, back when women weren't allowed first names.
Look, there she is.
Jesus
Women
Christ.
Warrior of the Moon.
Women warrior. Why?
Wait, what?
Also, why? I would love to know why they are fighting against fucking Hulk.
Well, they're fighting against like weird Shrek with like pink hair that are doing that weird like dance. You know, the arms out to the side and then they're moving them left and right.
Yeah.
Ah, yes, of course. This was an actual spacesuit the German Aircraft Corps tried to sell NASA in 1962.
This is what they thought Thunderbird 3 was going to be.
What? One small step for Germany, one giant leap for humanity. I don't know if Buzz Aldrin and Neil Armstrong would have been caught dead in this thing. I like that it's got a tripod in case you fall upside down or want to do a headstand.
Jedi.
Yeah, old Archie comic. What about the nuke-proof underground city of Manhattan from 1969? Has
Yeah, it doesn't sound
has
like that.
gyrocopters and Coca-Cola?
right at the Cold War era, right? So like this would have been very prominent thinking.
Oh yeah. We're getting to the end. The curtain of air, the invisible draft and temperature barrier as you enter a shop.
Those exist.
I mean that fucking exists. Have you ever been into a fucking Tesco on a summer's day?
Yeah, but did it exist in 1956?
Probably not.
Like that, out of all of them, that seems the least fantastical.
Well, for them, for them, think
Yeah,
about it
for
though.
them,
It's just like, oh
yeah.
my god, I love this one, the radio hat.
Huh.
I'm pretty sure she's in
This is
like a 90.
This is actually just the 5G mind control.
Well, I was gonna say, isn't it? Do you remember? Oh god, oh, what the fuck was that thing? The safety dance.
Men's with hats.
Yeah, it's just them.
Yeah.
Farming in the 21st century. Closer than we think.
Huh. Vacations on the moon.
Yeah. The bright side of atomic energy.
Well, that's just living in Florida, right there.
Yeah. The Ocean Express.
Ooh.
Interesting. And then obviously we're getting back to trade for
what
your
the-
trouble. What? The giant pinball rail of 1946?
That would have been a lot of fun.
Like, the fact is, it's meant to be like a gyro ball, so like it's meant to be stabilized, but even in this picture, it's still wonky.
Yeah.
I'm very impressed about the fact that they've managed to build that rail as almost like a fucking aqueduct.
They were ahead of their time, Mike, in 1946. A flying driverless car. Right? Why the fuck are you out there then? What the fuck is this gonna do? Is this gonna pick up your shopping? What's this?
Take her out for a test watch.
No, what it's going to do is crash into the side of a building.
Apparently, yeah. But yes, that is the end of weird news this week. I hope everyone enjoyed the things of the future, and maybe everyone else can think of things that will happen in 100 years. What fun, fantastical things may happen.
Mayhaps.
Indeed. But yes, thank you, Fuzzy, Mike, and Jackie for joining me. And thank you everyone for watching. I really appreciate it. And we shall catch you later. Goodbye.
Catch you later.
Bye.
Bye.